Have you or a loved one ever felt stress in your life? Well, take a listen to some of these real stories from real people.
I'm Carlos, and I'm a graduating senior at Richard
Hi,
Montgomery.
my name's Maya, and I'm a junior at Richard Montgomery.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm a graduating senior at Richard Montgomery.
Ugh! Shut up! Oh my god! Ugh.
So what are some ways you deal with stress?
Most times when I'm stressed, I'll just either like listen to music or talk to friends, or honestly, most times I just need to eat something and I'll feel a lot better. But just distracting myself from the problem at hand is usually my go-to route.
So what do you find the most stressful in your day-to-day life?
I would say planning out what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day, because I'm really particular with that kind of stuff. And so I'll just need to like figure out what order I'm going to do things in and when I'm going to be able to fit them in and like make time for breaks and everything like that. And I get pre-stressed about scheduling the things that stress me out. So honestly, it's just making sure I plan out my day.
How does having ADHD affect your stress?
Well, basically, it just makes everything seem so in my face all the time, and I can't really pinpoint any exact thing that's making me stressed, and so it just makes everything seem like a bigger deal than it is. So managing my reactions to that, managing how stressful I am, that is a lot harder. And also it just makes me sort of a perfectionist with everything, and so I've had a lot of trouble trying to manage that and keep that on the low because it just takes too long sometimes.
Well, what are some ways you deal with stress?
Some ways I like to deal with stress is when I'm faced with something stressful, I like to take a step back, distract myself with like watch Netflix, watch some TV, eat. And then once I'm more clear-headed, I like to look at what struggle I'm facing with right now, and I like to solve it.
So what do you find most stressful in your day-to-day life?
In my day-to-day life, I find myself stressing on. No.
So being the firstborn in the family, did you feel more pressure? And if so, in what areas?
I definitely felt pressure in as being the older sibling. I need to set an example for my younger sister, and that made me realize and make sure I'm doing the right thing.
What are some ways you deal with stress?
Well, some of the ways I like to deal with stress is by trying to find time to do things I actually enjoy, because a lot of times stress comes from like work that's kind of mandatory or I have to do. And so if I have time, I'll try to find things I like to do, like maybe cook or watch videos or read articles. And if I don't, I try to make the task more enjoyable. Like I have to clean or I have to put away dishes, will put on some music, listen to a podcast, so that way the act of like doing the tasks are more pleasurable and more enjoyable overall.
So what do you find the most stressful in your day-to-day life?
Well, I guess the most stressful thing is trying to balance everything, like all the tasks I need to do, whether it's schoolwork or stuff for drama or any like house activities, like having to take my nieces places or having to, do stuff for them.
What is your biggest distraction?
Well, it's kind of two things. The first thing is definitely my nieces, because I'm not really they're like primary caretaker, but if they're home while I'm home, I have to be responsible for them. So if they need anything, if they hurt themselves or if they need food or anything like that, I need to be able to provide for them. But also like in terms of like my own personal distractions, it's usually like my phone or anything that I find more engaging than whatever task is at hand.
How much time did you put into doing your homework every day?
Honestly, I kind of didn't put that much time into doing homework. I would most of the time procrastinate and leave it to like the end of the day, like right before bed. And many times it wouldn't leave me a lot of time to do the homework, so I'd either go unfinished or I'd have to rush to do it in the morning or throughout the school day.
What is the perception of stress like at home with two working siblings?
Well, it really differs between my siblings. Like my older brother, he'll sometimes like question what I have to be stressed about because he has a full-time job that he has to work for, and he comes home tired. And if I come home and I complain about being tired or stressed about something, he'll either say like, "Oh, you always complain," or "Oh, what do you have to be like stressed about?" and kind of like belittle what it is. My sister will be more understanding of it. She won't really like. She'll kind of like share what she's stressed about too, because she knows what I'm going through. She went through the same stuff, but I feel like she's more understanding than my brother about it.
You could drink some coffee. Or maybe sit down and read a book. You could watch some TV. Or, of course, enjoy some time with your pets. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, this video.